Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I'm Tammy. I'm the Siberian Wind. If you're new to my channel, I am a quilter, and you can hit that subscribe button and be able to chat in about 5 minutes. So, I am just going to hang out a little bit, wait until some people get in the chat. If you are not subscribed, you can't chat tonight, but that's okay. Uh, Nothing that hitting subscribe, which is free, won't fix. Hi, Melina. Hi, Linda. Welcome in. Glad you ladies are here. Thank you. Um, so tonight I'm just going to cut fabric. That is all I'm going to do. Kathy S. Faith, welcome in. Glad you're here. Glad you are here. I am not going to do anything. Hey, Carrie. Hi, Katie. Welcome in. I'm not going to do anything too major tonight. I am working on that Batik Aero quilt, and it is about a quarter of the way done. Welcome in, Pat. Glad you're here. And guys, just so you know, Super Chat giveaway is in 1 week from today. So if you want to enter the Super Chat giveaway, you just have to do a Super Chat or a Super Thanks or Super Sticker. One of those will work. One of them will work. So I have been preparing to finish binding everything. I've got all the quilts ready to finish binding, and I'm working on that Batik Aero quilt. And yeah, so I just need a little bit of a brain cleanse for a little bit. So we are cutting. I have half square triangles that I am cutting. It's a purchase pattern. Welcome in, Rayanne. It's a purchase pattern. I am making, let's see, let me get a good picture of it up for you guys. This is the pattern. It is a Jenny Beyer pattern. It is called Echoes. There's the name down there at the bottom, Echoes. And so yeah, I'm working on it. This one is a slow process quilt. This is not a quick, fast and easy quilt to do. So it's taking me a little bit to get it done. So I've got some pieces and parts already done, but not all of them. So I'm just gonna cut half square triangles while we chat tonight. Let's see. Welcome in, Jennifer. Glad you're here. Let's see. Pat says good evening. Yes, absolutely. It is a good evening. We are touching fabric and we are holding a ruler and we're playing with a rotary cutter. It is a good evening. It is a good evening. So as soon as this live is over, I'll be putting Ricky back up here and finishing sewing. I've got a lot left to go. But I had to take everything off the kitchen floor so that I wouldn't be leaving it on the kitchen floor for an hour and a half, 2 hours, while I needed to take a break for tonight's live. So it is what it is. Tomorrow, it is a good, yes, it is a good cool, oh, it's a cool day. That's awesome. It's 90 degrees here still. It has not cooled off all that much here. I did get good news. All 4 shops that I wanted to be our mystery quilt kit suppliers, they're all on board. So I will have official colorways and everything that you need if you want to order fabric from them. I will have that available for you by the second week of August. That is our target date. So I'm going to go tomorrow and just go chill out, spend some time in nature. I'm going to go get up on the mountain and just go spend some time being me in a different environment than just my studio. I just need a little bit of a break, so that's what I'm going to do tomorrow for a little bit. So you may end up seeing me post some pictures of where I will be up on the mountain. You know, you might not, but I probably will post pictures. I will probably post pictures. I love getting up on the mountain. If you go to escape, if you go to just go hang out by yourself and not, have a whole bunch of people around you, where do you go? What is your little escape plan? What's your escape route where you get out of your own little head and you get reconnected to nature, reconnected to yourself? what do you do? What do you do? Mine, obviously, I go get up on the mountain. I would like to go floating down the river, but until I have somebody going with me the first time, I am not comfortable doing that by myself. That is not an activity to do solo the first time. Just because it is a little bit more dangerous than just getting out on the lake or a reservoir or something like that. It doesn't really have that kind of water flow. A river has quite a bit more water flow. So there's always those currents that can pull you under. So I'm not going to do that without an experienced guide at the first time. But that is still on my plans. I still want to accomplish that this summer. I haven't gotten to it yet. And I think that's kind of why I just need a break and need to get out in nature to begin with, is just get out. I just need to get out. So what are you guys doing tonight as well? In addition to answering, the first question of what do you do to reset yourself? What do you do or what are you sewing tonight? Are you sewing? Are you playing with fabric? Are you having a good time? That is also a very good question. Are you having a good time? I know everything's going to be kind of slow and quiet tonight, and I don't know exactly why, but I just have that feeling that tonight's a quiet night. And so that's why we are just cutting and trimming. Now, I'm not actually trimming off a lot. I'm going to put a different one behind it so you can see. I'm getting a little bit of thread, and I'm getting my dog ears. That's really all I'm getting. Carrie says she just sits on her porch and watches the river. Oh, gosh, I would love to be that close to the river. I would love to be that close. When I bind my quilts, when I get the first side sewn and I'm clipping the binding to the back, I sit out on my patio. And I will do that even in really cold temperatures. I'll take a heater out there and go sit out there and do that. Oh no, Melina says that she still has her grandson, so no sewing for her. Oh, that's rough. Rayanne is piecing a quilt. Ooh, that sounds exciting. I will be getting back to piecing the Batik Arrow quilt. Alone time, what is that, right? I kind of need it every so often. I am one of those, I love wind, hence the Siberian wind, yeah. I love the wind. So getting to be out where I can feel the wind in my face, even when it's hot, here at least, even when it's hot, I still like it. I still enjoy it a lot. It is just something so therapeutic about it for me. I think nature does a lot. Nature does a lot to help us just recharge. Getting ready to put hordes on my niece's quilt. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see that. I will have 10 quilts available on Tuesday, so 1 week from today. It is the Christmas in July. It's super chat giveaway. Oh, Borders. Okay. She can't type tonight. I really was lost. I will admit. I couldn't read between the lines. Oh, I love it. I love it. Autocorrect got you good on that one. Autocorrect got you good. So I think that's a good name for them. I don't think I'm going to call them Borders anymore. I think I'm going to call them Hordes. I'm going to put hordes on the on a quilt. I do have a quilt that needs hordes. I love it. I love it, Carrie. That was fantastic. Let's see. I seem a little stressed or hurting. I am definitely hurting. I will admit I am hurting. My fibromyalgia is kind of trying to kick my tail, and I am doing basically as much recovery as I can. Hey Chloe, welcome in. Welcome in. Yeah, so I'm doing as much as I can recovery wise. aside from just staying in bed. Staying in bed really doesn't help me that much. Um, I might feel a little bit more rested, but I don't actually recover just sleeping. So, my recovery for fibromyalgia flares is that I just take things as slow as I can get away with, and I just power through it as best as I can and wait for my body to catch up with me. So I definitely am hurting, but it's part of my life. It's part of fibromyalgia. Um, yeah, it's yeah, and I am a little stressed, which probably has led to the flare, but that's okay. That comes with the territory. I have a Cult of Valor award to do soon. I need to be calling some other people to get their Quilts of Valor awarded to them and get that set up. And do you ever get on the phone and you just panic when you get on the phone? I I've been doing that lately. I don't always do that. I used to be the radio personality on the phone. Like you put me on the phone with somebody and I am absolutely fluent and I don't stutter and all of that. But lately I've been struggling being on the phone, and just making a simple phone call has been stressful. So, like, even calling, I did call and check on Beauty, but even calling to check on Beauty, I was overthinking the phone call. And it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. I've seen the people, I've met them in person. I know what my machine looks like. Hey, Katie, welcome in. Or did I say hi to you? I don't know if I did. Either way, hi. I'm glad you're here. um, so yeah, I've been pushing myself pretty darn hard lately. And my body is just trying to scream at me and tell me to stop, and there's just no stop button. I do not have a stop button. It was not installed. Maybe I should have a stop button as my next tattoo. oh, oh, I love it. You guys are fantastic. You guys are fantastic. So, all of the quilts that I've got for sale, the largest one I've got is a smaller queen. Everything else is twin or throw or table topper. So all the quilts that are going home 1 week from today are all those quilts. So I'm going to what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pre-record, and I am going to air it as a premiere. And so Christmas in July will be a premiere. And during the live, during the premiere, I will also do the super chat giveaways. So they are still going to happen. You guys are not losing out on anything, I promise. So this is my stack, and this is my little note. These are fabric 4, which is this, paired with fabric 5, which is this. It's really kind of hard to see the pattern in fabric 5. It's very subtle. Let me show a different one that shows it a little bit better. There's fabric 5. So yeah, fabric 4 and 5 is this pair set. Hi Brenda, welcome in. Welcome in. Put my computer support persona on. Yeah, that's kind of what I have to do. That is absolutely what I have to do. And especially making those phone calls, I haven't made one of them yet, and I think that's where I've got my big hiccup with it. Like, if I'd already made one before, it wouldn't be that bad of a deal. Hi Debbie, welcome in. Like, I would have my feet wet and already know what to expect maybe, and then be able to deal with the punches as they roll if, something is unexpected. But I haven't made one yet. So my brain is just spinning. My brain is just spinning, absolutely spinning. So tomorrow when I go up the mountain, I am going to go up there to reset my head, spend some time in quilting related stuff. I've got a few things I need to get done. And then I'm going to go to the library and I'm going to do some writing, which I need to do. Hey, Sean, welcome in. Glad you're here, sir. Glad you're here. So I'm going to go, hang out at the library for a little bit, maybe a couple hours, and get what I need to write written so that it's done. Hey, Joan, glad you're here. Thank you. You guys are all showing up. I am so appreciative. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I've got to get out of my head with it. I've definitely built up that whole, where I should be with everything. And when I'm not measuring up to it, I'm judging myself. Not anybody else judging me. It's not anybody else's thing, but it's me judging myself. And I'm not giving myself the grace I need to give myself. And I bet a lot of you understand how that feels. Like you're not giving yourself, you're not allowing yourself to have an issue or have a moment or need to take a breather. You just don't give yourself that. And I need to give myself that. Let's see. Oh, back pain flares. Oh, those are awful, Kathy. I know how those feel. I really do. I really, really do. Sir, could you please stop? Sir? Thank you. He's over here. Yeah, stop it, right? I should stop. But I am very much a perfectionist. And so I see where I want to be and where I see myself in the future. And when I'm not already there, I tell myself that I'm not doing a good enough job at it. And so it's all those personal little demons that come out. And I know that they're there, and I know that I don't need to listen to them. But sometimes it's just hard not to listen. Sometimes it's like that ice cream that you really want that you shouldn't have. You just can't always ignore it. So I've been paying a little too much attention to them lately, and I'm gonna go up to the mountain and just sit and hang out and let my brain settle. And then I'm going to go to the library and write, which also helps me. Carrie says she's having a slow pace, still recovering from her trip. Yes, recovering from a trip is crazy. And I'm going to have a heck of one in August. We are going to be taking my brother-in-law to see all the different places in Wyoming that we can take him to. And we're going to see how much of it we can afford to do, which is the other challenge. So you guys, if you're willing to buy those quilts next week. That helps me pay for my brother-in-law being here. Joan says she just got done doing dishes, not sewing, finished the top, batting, and lining for a tote bag. Oh, fantastic. She's going to glue it, and then she can quilt it, and the other tote that's ready to be quilted. Oh, that's awesome. Feeling like you've gotten something done really does set that encouragement level up. And that is fantastic. Hey, Terry, glad you're here. I love little waving hands. I love them. So this quilt, this Echoes quilt, has kind of been like a gauntlet for me. It's been one of those quilts that you want to complete and you want to, you really, really want it. And it's for you. Like it's not for anybody but yourself. And so this has kind of been that. And I have not really done a slow-paced quilt in a very, very long time. I wanted it done for State Fair. It is not going to happen. I am way too far away from it being done to even think about it being ready for State Fair. So this is just going to be something that may go into State Fair next year. But I'm just going to take my time sewing it. I'm not going to rush myself. I'm just going to enjoy the process. And cutting is my least favorite process, guys. I have all the cool tools for cutting. I now have that Stripology ruler as well. I have all of the cool tools for cutting, but I still despise cutting. If somebody will cut all of my stuff for me, I will sew everything. Yes. Okay. Brenda says she wants to hear more about the mystery quilt. She loves a mystery. Okay. So the mystery quilt is going to start in October of this year, October of 2025. And as of right now, it is going to, if if nothing changes, Brenda loves cutting. Oh, girl, you need to move up here. Um, let's see. Sean just settled on the quilting pattern for his State Fair quilt. Oh, fantastic! And love your stripology. Yes, I am learning to love it. I'm not, I'm not used to using it yet, so it's not, second nature for me to grab it yet. But I will get there. I will get there. There's going to be a lot that it's going to come in handy for. So back to mystery. Back to mystery. Okay, so all 4 shops have agreed and signed up. They are on board. So there are 4 different shops where you will be able to order your kits from. They are going to be first come first serve. So if the shop runs out of, say, I don't know. Let's say they run out of if there's a red, white, and blue colorway, which I'm kind of hoping there is one. But if they run out of the red, white, and blue colorway in the original fabrics that they're offering it in, then I'm giving them permission to substitute. So first come, first serve gets their original envisioned colorway. And then after that, if they run out, then it's on to the next colorway. Oh, that's a good question. Terry's asking, Sean, are you going to quilt it yourself? And I just dropped my cap, and I do not see it. So my drink is going over and out of the way, so there's no chance of getting it knocked over. Oh, that's awesome, Sean. One of my least favorite things is cutting, says Debbie. She also loves her stripology ruler. I do like mine. I just got it on one of the shop hops, but I'm still learning. I'm still learning to love it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just that I'm not used to using it. And Sean says he is going to quilt his State Fair quilt. That is awesome. I can't wait to see what quilting you do on that, Sean. So there's 4 shops that are going to offer kits, and they are able to offer. I was going to do up to 2 colorways. One of the stores looks like they're only going to offer 1 colorway just because their store is a little bit smaller than some of the others, and they're very, very new to doing something like this. And I don't know that they really have classes at their store, so this is completely new territory for them. But we will see. We will see. So we'll see how many colorways we end up with. We could have up to 8 different colorways for you to choose from. And so we'll have to see what all they are offering. But I have to get them the measurements by July 31st. So I have not this Thursday, but until next Thursday to get them the cutting or the yardage requirements, because they're not going to cut any pieces for you. They're just going to cut yardage. And once I have the yardage requirements to them, they are going to finalize their colorways based off of their inventory, their current inventory to meet it. And then we're going to go from there. Now, with this being the first year, I am planning a follow-up mystery quilt. So I am planning a quilt for next year. I've already got the basic design in my head of what I want it to look like. And now I just have to start drawing it out and getting it ready so I can start, testing it, writing down all the measurements and get it to the shops so that they can plan for next year's mystery. Let's see. Sean says that his least favorite thing is making quilt sandwiches. He'd rather eat a sandwich. Oh, I needed that laugh. That's good. That's good. Chloe says sometimes she likes cutting and sometimes she doesn't. Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I have so much that I've got to cut. Like, I have projects that I could be doing right now if I had cut the patterns yet, or if I've cut things out yet. I haven't cut them. I just haven't cut them. Cutting is probably the slowest process for me since my wrist is injured. Um, so I have to take a little bit more time and a little bit more care to be able to cut accurately. And it has really changed how I quilt a little bit lately. Terry says she likes all of the aspects of sewing and quilting. She finds the hardest for her is choosing fabrics. That is actually my favorite thing. Believe it or not, it is my absolute favorite thing to do is choosing fabrics. I will probably do the mystery quilt out of my own stash just because I would have to buy the kit too, and I don't want to take away from you guys buying your kits. If you want to buy a kit, all of the shops have seen the mystery quilt top, so they've seen the sample that I've done. So they are basing their decisions on what fabrics to use and what patterns and all of that on my original sample. So that is really cool too. So they've already, you're getting it based off of somebody who sees it and knows their fabrics. They really know their fabrics. Chloe's laughing at Sean about eating the sandwich. And Terry agrees with him on that one. Sean says he kind of like has to like cutting since he makes all the artist projects. See, okay. So I don't mind cutting a little bit at a time. My problem is I do so fast of sewing. I cranked out all of these half square triangles really, really quickly, and pressing them took a hot minute. And now I'm just sitting at this point where all I have that I can do, I can't do anything else until these are cut, because until these are cut, I can't do anything else. There's nothing else I can physically get done on this quilt until these are trimmed. So I have no choice, and I hate being in that situation where I have no choice. Let's see. Joan says she's going to do the mystery quilt in all colors of butterflies. Our state shop hop starts August and going to take samples of what she has and match more. We'll probably have more butterflies needed. Okay, that works. That works. You will need light, medium, and dark, and then you will need a background. And so I will have more information about that when we get a little bit closer. So I will, because I have to have that information to the stores July 31st, I can't release it to you that exact day because I need to give them a little bit of time to look at their measurements, look at their all of that. However, once they have the measurements, they have until, I think I was giving them until like the 10th of August, give them 10 days to get me their fabrics, like get a picture of their fabric lines back to me, so that I can post those for you guys so you can see them and know what you're getting when you get one of the kits. Let's see. Butterflies are pretty, Chloe. You're not wrong. Oh, okay. Well, I guess the puppy has learned that he can't lay there. All right. Yeah, you can't lay there, bud. He's looking at me like I've lost my mind. See the snoot? See the snoot? Barely on screen. There we go. There's a face. Hi, baby. You gotta settle. All right. Let's see. The new art East So Long is really cute. Peter Pan is fun. Oh, Peter Pan. Ugh. I actually got a nickname of Wendy when I was married to my second ex-husband. Before he was my ex. He actually nicknamed me Wendy after Peter Pan and Wendy. He thought he was Peter. Can we use our own fabrics? Absolutely, Rayanne. You absolutely can. The kits are mainly so that people who don't feel comfortable picking their fabrics will be able to participate without feeling like they might or might not have the right fabrics. So the kits are also to help support our local businesses here. So it's entirely up to you what you want to use. But you can absolutely use Stash. I used Stash for my sample, and I will probably have to use Stash for my full quilt or my redo when I do it with you guys, solely because I am broke right now. I've got too much with the trips to get my machine serviced, and that took a lot out of me. So yeah, I'm having to postpone some things. And buying a kit is one of those things I am even having to postpone. However, our shops would appreciate the business. I do have a special in store for those who do buy kits. I can't tell you any more about it just yet because I have to get all of the shops on board with all of that as well. But there are plans in place. There are plans. There are so many plans. So many plans. And they're all still secret. That is the planning isn't the hard part. The keeping it secret is the hard part. Who else struggles keeping a secret? Do your kids know what their Christmas presents are before Christmas? Or does your significant other know what their Christmas presents are before they get them, or their birthday presents? Like, or can you keep a secret? I can sometimes keep a secret really, really well, and then sometimes I struggle. And this is one that I'm really struggling keeping secret. So I'm trying my darndest to keep it a secret. But yes, this quilt is one I designed. The mystery quilt is one I designed. And it is something that every person from beginner and up, as long as you already know how to use a sewing machine, because I'm not teaching that, not over the internet. If you know how to use a sewing machine and get an accurate 1/4 of an inch, you should not have a problem creating the quilt. It's going to use some different techniques than what you are probably accustomed to seeing. Some things will be natural, some things will make sense, some things will be automatic, and some things are going to be totally new techniques that you may never have seen before. However, they are all easily achievable. I promise they are. I promise they are. And that's not just me talking. That is not just me talking. Chloe says that she thought about the art so long, she knows she doesn't think. She has the determination to get it done. She's working on Detailed Quilt Cozy Cottage by Heather Briggs. Ooh, that sounds warm and cozy. Sorry. I know that's a little playing on the name, but I love the sound of that quilt. Cozy Cottage. I like the sound of it. I do. And I think I've got to come up with a name for the mystery quilt, other than just the first annual Siberian Wind mystery quilt. Sometimes it is hard for me to keep a secret when I am excited about, right? I am super excited about this one. How will we get clues? Great question. I am going to pre-record videos, so they are not going to be lives. It's not going to take 2 hours. It's going to be pre-recorded videos, and they're going to release on the 15th of every month. So October 15th, nope, it's all going to be on YouTube. It's not going to be mailed out. It's all going to be on YouTube. That way I can show you how to do it, as well as you being able to follow along with a video. So it's going to be pre-recorded so that I don't, say like 3 million times, and so that I get all the lighting correct, and we don't sit there and struggle any particular month because of technical challenges. It's all going to be pre-recorded. But just because it's pre-recorded doesn't mean I'm not going to be there. So it's going to be pre-recorded, but when the videos release, I will actually be in the chat live. They're all going to be released as premieres. So I will pick a specific time each day, so you will know going into it. Now, the 15th of the month doesn't always fall on a Wednesday or a Tuesday or whatever day of the week. So because that doesn't fall on the same time every day, I am going to choose a time of day that I can commit to, that I can be there for the premieres. So the 15th of the month, every month, including April 15th, tax day. Uh, so we will be doing it on the 15th of the month, and it will be a premiere here on my channel. And I will be just hanging out in the comments and being able to help with any questions that you have. There will also be a downloadable follow along sheet that will come out at the same time as the video, or maybe within 30 minutes before the video. It's not going to be out long because I don't want to give anybody a head start over someone else, if that makes sense. I don't want anybody to feel like they haven't been given the same things that everybody else has been given. But there will be a downloadable follow along sheet so that you will have actual drawings. It'll be hand drawn. Don't hate me for it. It will be hand drawn, but you'll have drawings as well as the text to go along with the video. So yes, there will be written instructions, Joan. Yeah, I know a lot of people do really well with videos, and then somebody like me, I actually struggle with video formats. So when I watch something, if it's something that doesn't process immediately in my brain, then I quite literally sit there and I have to rewind it and press play and pause, play, pause, play, pause. I mean, I do that the whole video while I am working on the project, because otherwise I will not get it. Yep, I just answered the question. Yep, you're welcome. You're welcome. So it won't be shipped to you. It won't be mailed to you. It won't be emailed to you. You know what? I wonder if I could set up an email. Would you guys like me to set up an email for the mystery quilts? So you guys get a link to the premiere and a link to the downloadable sheet. Oh, the one that Sean's doing. He says it's a big undertaking, but it doesn't start until April. Okay, that's cool. Maybe by April I can decide whether or not I want to join in. I have so much to finish up in 2025, and I am behind on some pattern writing. So I've kind of got to get on the ball and get my patterns written. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, I really need to sit down and write my patterns. I really didn't realize how behind I am on that. I've got the mystery quilt pattern done. I've got a couple things I'm wanting to adjust, but beyond that, it's written. And sorry, there we go. He's over here being a pain. Just being a pain. He's a typical dog. Just being a typical dog, doing typical dog things. Sean says he's excited as he might get Alice and Pooh done by then. Oh, good. Very awesome. I mean, and cutting one block at a time isn't that bad. Now, okay, so mystery quilt. Let me go back to mystery quilt for just a second. So the mystery quilt is not going to be a traditional block. It's not going to be you're not going to get a 12-inch block each month. That is not how I design quilts. Sean is behind on pattern writing too. Ugh. Isn't it the worst to be behind on? Because you feel that pressure building on you. And that's kind of why I'm taking the break tomorrow, is to go recharge a little bit. Email would be great. Then no one will miss it. That's absolutely true, Joan. I will see what I can do. I will talk to my tech guru and get a little bit of help with that. That way I don't get flagged for sending out unauthorized emails once a month to 500 people. So we'll work on that. Let's see. Oh, Chloe didn't realize it didn't start until April. Okay, perfect. If I do it by email, I can track. Yes, that's true. You're not wrong on that, Rayanne. Absolutely. And I am going to be doing surveys. So I know Cotton Cuts does them with their quilt projects. So you get a little survey card that if you fill it out, you get entered into a prize drawing. I am going to do something similar to that, especially for those who are ordering kits from the shops, because I want to get the feedback about how the shops are doing, how your experience was. Would you ever order from the shop again? All of that, because that's going to play into whether I use them again. So the shops already know that they are going to be getting surveyed. So they already know, hey, look, this is super important. It's super important to me, so I'm making it super important to them. Uh, but they're all super excited. I have not had a single shop who has seen the quilt top. I've not had anybody go, ugh. Like, I've not had anybody do that. I haven't had any bad reactions. Every shop owner, as soon as they saw the quilt top, they have been absolutely, I'm on board. Like, just absolutely turn the excitement on the moment that they see it. And I've had quite a few comments of, oh, this is beautiful, and like things like that. So I'm having a lot of that going on too. But I've got to start working on next year's, as well as my other patterns I need to write. And I still need to get temperature rings done for this year. And I still have a fair quilt to get done, and I've got quilts of valor that are needing to be done. And I do not have a machine to quilt with right now. It is so sad. It is so sad. I don't think I've ever been this sad about quilting before in my life, because not having that machine is just it's stumping me. Aw, yay. Yes. I will do what I can about the email there. I will actually, you know what? Let me cut this one and let me make a note. Let's see. Email list for mystery quilts. And my dad is actually my tech guy. So I will send him a message later, and I'll go, "Hey dad, help." It is difficult when you don't have your machine. It is. So if I get this the Batik Arrow quilt done, which I think I will, because I'm about halfway done. Okay, I'm about a third of the way done. We're about a third of the way done. But once I get that quilt top done, I could actually quilt it on Ricky and just do walking foot quilting. It would not be as elegant as I think it deserves, but it would still be pretty, and I think it would be sufficient. So we'll see. We'll see what I feel like when I get it done. I have not done any free motion quilting on Ricky ever, and I'm not going to try it. Not on this big of a quilt. Do I have a program for newsletters? I don't, other than Outlook. However, my dad set up a mailing list for Mr. Siberian Wind for his umpires, and that is working really, really well for him. And I could probably figure it out myself, but this also helps my dad feel useful. So I don't mind giving him the kudos for doing it. Oh, so there's nothing on your to-do list. There's tons on my to-do list. Absolutely tons. Did I ever do? I have one quilt on my list that I haven't even started. So I have little notes in the margins of my calendar. And this is this year's calendar. I do have next year's calendar. I bought a smaller calendar. It's not what I really want, but it will get me through. And I have not even put any quilts in it yet that are due. So I've got to work on this too. I will, Sean. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I do. Yeah, I used to have, when I was working for Bernina, I used to have an account with Constant Contact, and that worked really, really well. And I loved the format, loved doing all of the stuff that way, but it's not really what I want to be doing long term. I don't want to go back and spend money for that. And I'd rather just, swap to, doing it out of my email box. A little bit easier for me. We got to make it easy. It's that KISS, keep it simple. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that number. The keep it simple. Or we could email you and say we're in for the mystery quilt and copy and paste emails and only one list email sent those that join. Okay, so here's what I'm actually going to do. I can get you guys registered. That's not an issue. I have Google Forms, and so I can set that up, and I will do that by the 14th of August. So you guys will be able to sign up by then. I should be able to get it going. I would say I should be able to get it going by the end of the month, but let me not say that, just to protect myself in case I fall behind on it. But yeah, I will get it. I will get it going that way. Chloe says, I don't blame me. Welcome in, Charlotte. Glad you're here. Forced Horde on. Yes, I love it. I can't wait for that second horde to get on there too. Oh. But yeah, you guys will be able to sign up, and I will have it in all the lives. And I will have a short, and there's going to be links. I'm going to make it easy on you guys to sign up. Don't worry. Oh. Yeah, the horde is the new border, guys. Charlotte is asking if you are feeling better, Sean. Hi, Pam. Welcome in. Glad you're here. Glad you're here. We are doing low-key trimming half square triangles. While I let my body kind of recover a little bit from fibro flares. So we're taking it easy tonight. I have way too many still left to go. So we'll hang out as long as you guys are wanting to hang out for. I am game. I've got plenty to trim. And the trimming pile is not going anywhere anytime soon. However, the dog is still, he is over in the other part of the room, and he is annoying me from there. That's also been one of the side effects of my fibro flare, is I tend to be irritable. And it's not, I know that I'm just being irritable. I know that's all it is I am just being picky to be picky to be picky to be picky. That is all it is. However, I am being picky. That's why we are doing some nature therapy tomorrow. I'm getting out of here and taking a day to do a couple of things I need to take care of. Okay, the dog stole my beanie cap, the toboggan from last night's video. That's what he was playing with. I knew he was doing something he shouldn't. It makes you cranky too. Yes, it does. It does. And there we go. I am also fatigued. So that's not been helping any. And I just found the cap that I dropped earlier. Okay. Aren't these so pretty though? If we're going to have, one of those kinds of days, at least we're playing with pretty fabric. That's what I'm going to go with. We're playing with pretty fabric. So once all of these are trimmed, then I can start proceeding on to the next steps. And it's going to take some time. Ooh. All right. Gotta love the random text messages. Now that businesses can text you, it's crazy. Some of the messages you'll get. Some of the messages. Charlotte says, absolutely. Yeah, fatigue is getting me. Hi, Ollie. The winter hat, yes. The winter hat. I will call it that for you, Ollie, and only for you. But as soon as you leave, it is then a toboggan again. So I will call it a winter hat just to be nice for you. But beyond that, it is a toboggan. All right. So Ollie has been lurking just to hear me call it a toboggan and then get mad at me for it. I love it. Oh, it's so easy to get you riled up, Ollie. All right. So, Ollie, you need to participate in the mystery quilt. Just saying. All right. Okay, the puppy dog just got in trouble because he's stealing other things. Come. Come settle. Thank you. I did not get him in trouble. Potato versus potato. Yes, right? I showed it to my husband and told him, I was like, okay, yeah, I wore this last night. He's like, why were you wearing your toboggan? I didn't even say anything to him. And that's exactly what he called it. Oh, Ollie says he just got here and he heard his toboggan as soon as he drops in. I love it. See? Your ears were going to be twitching. Tomato versus tomato, yes. Or tomato versus tomato. However it's pronounced. And it's also potato versus potato. But usually people don't go potato. Does anybody go potato? Does anybody say potato? Yes, they are coming. Yes, they are coming in August, Joan. You are right. We're looking right now, provided that nothing changes, August 19th through September 2nd. So I will have company for quite a few weeks, couple weeks, which isn't really a lot of time to explore Wyoming. So we're going to have to prioritize what we're going to explore and when, because it's just not a lot of time. We've already got some day trips planned, and those won't be super bad. The overnight ones, I'm not sure how we're going to do those, just because, it takes a few days to get there. And which one of us is Gene Kelly, or the other one being Donald O'Connor? Oh, good question, Charlotte. Let's call the whole thing off, right? Oh, I can't call off the family visiting. That's not my call to make. I do not have a hand in the family visiting thing. Sometimes they're called taters. They are called taters. They are definitely called taters. And then bananas are called nanners. Apparently when I was little, I couldn't say banana, so I called them nanners. I don't know who else calls them that, but I did apparently. I don't remember it because I have never known myself to call them anything but bananas. Charlotte's laughing with Rayanne. Yes, but they are called taters. They really are. Mashed taters. Oh gosh, I feel Southern again. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that one to me. My Southern is showing. I watched something, and it was why Southerners tend to be more Christian than the rest of the more Christian than the rest of the country, and it was about the heat in the Southeast being compared to the place none of us want to go. I have that song in my head now. Oh, I'm not sure I know which song, but yeah, my Southern is definitely showing. That's how you can tell if I'm tired too. My Southern will definitely come out in droves when I am tired. When I am very tired, especially. I cannot pick these up. I cannot pick them up. Do you ever have that problem? You just reach for something and you can't get it? And it's right here. It's not hard to pick up. Sir, you're about to get yourself in trouble. No, sir. Get back over here. Yeah. Thank you. Becky on Hillbilly Kitchen calls them taters. Oh, okay. I have not watched Hillbilly Kitchen, so I would not have known. Every time I go, there's this one office that I go to, and every time I go there, they have Gordon Ramsay on whatever shows he's on. Live Hillbilly Kitchen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I haven't watched Hillbilly Kitchen. Oh gosh, who did I watch growing up? There was this one guy from Louisiana, and he wore overalls, and he cooked wearing those overalls. And he was really popular, but he's Cajun. I don't remember his name. He's long gone now. But oh my gosh, I cannot remember his name, and that always made me feel. He always made me feel a little less Southern, because I always felt if he was more Southern than I was, then I wasn't super Southern. But Gordon Ramsay, and all these like cooking. Justin, yes. Oh my gosh, you are not wrong. His first name is Justin. Oh my gosh. And I bet you if I asked my mom, possibly even if I asked my dad, they'd be able to tell me exactly who it is. Oh, he was cool. Put this in the boiling pot. Yes. I can't say it right, but oh, yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, him in those overalls. Justin Wilson. Okay, gotcha. I could not remember that for the life of me, Charlotte. Yes, yes. Her helping Helene victims near her area is so wonderful. Oh, very cool. Oh, Becky on Hillbilly Kitchen's helping the Hurricane Helene victims. Okay, that's awesome. No, I didn't know. I really don't follow the news, guys. I don't. Did I hear where Ozzy and Malcolm Warner both died? Yes, I did. I did. We were just talking about Ozzy the other night, and I was looking up to see if he was still alive and how old he was, and lo and behold, he is no longer. So yeah, it's sad, but oh, Charlotte grew up just watching Justin Wilson too. Oh, now if you have to compare my Southern to his, I think he takes the cake. Or the crawfish that's in the pot. One or the other. He takes it, whatever it is. I remember watching him. I also watched Perry Mason. My dad would watch Perry Mason, the original Perry Mason, in black and white. He'd watch that, he'd put that on for us to watch, and he'd pop a bowl of popcorn, and I'd lay down on the sofa, or lay down on the couch. It wasn't a sofa. Lay down on the couch and lean up against my dad and steal his popcorn. And I think he did it because he knew I was going to steal his popcorn. But when we had like a lazy day or something, it was Perry Mason or it was Matlock. Andy Griffith is Matlock. We watched that too. But we'd sit there and we'd watch TV all day. Just staying cool from the heat. And Dad would pop popcorn, and I would sit there and steal Dad's popcorn and watch TV with him. I didn't sit there and watch racing and all of that when he watched that as much. I did watch football with him. But yeah, Justin Wilson, I don't know when he came on. And like, he wasn't a regular thing that we watched all the time. But he definitely made an impression. Yeah, it's good shows, very good shows. Not sewing any more hordes, need to wind bobbins. Ah! Well, I guess there's worse things in life than having to wind a bobbin. Both great shows, love them, right? They were fantastic shows. So I was playing Bobbin Chick, or I still measure salt like Justin Wilson in the palm of my hand. I wonder if that's where I learned it from, because that's how I measure salt too. I don't necessarily. Oh, I do get the scoop out if I'm getting like going. If I'm doing a specific recipe or baking, I measure it with a regular measuring spoon. But cooking, I measure just like he does too. The palm of your hand for the salt. Yep. Let's see. Oh, Joan had not heard about him. Oh no. I'm sorry, Chloe. I'm sorry you hadn't heard about well, I guess you heard it here first. Hey, my channel can be a news channel tonight instead of a quilting channel. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I know, I'm jumping topics. Not me, I measure everything the same way in my hand. No. Baking, I do not measure that way, and with the high altitude, I can't. High altitude, you have to be a little bit more precise until you learn it all. And I haven't lived here long enough to learn it all yet. So it's, it's a process. So I was playing Thread Chicken earlier. Worried I was about to run out of thread. And I didn't know I was actually playing Bobbin Chicken at the same time. And I lost Bobbin Chicken before I lost Thread Chicken. I did have a spare bobbin already wound, so I didn't lose time. Or a significant amount of time. Sea level is a wonderful thing, isn't it? For baking it is. For baking it sure as heck is. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that on YouTube, but I just did. So, YouTube can come after me, I guess. We'll edit that out. We'll bleep it out if necessary. But yeah, I've adapted some recipes to baking here, but I haven't done enough of it yet to really get the hang of it and be able to adapt all of my recipes yet. So I've adapted some, just not all of them. Oh, I don't know what Yes Ma'am was for, but I hear ya. I'm 30 seconds ahead, so I lose the context sometimes. I'm the one that gets to lose it. But yeah, I lost Bobbin Chicken before I lost Thread Chicken, and it was one of those. So I've been buying Coats and Clark. Don't come at me. I've been buying Coats and Clark machine quilting thread. So I look specifically for machine quilting, but this is not the spool. I was using a white that I had, and I've had it for a while. Matt Like and Perry Mason are still on TV. Oh, fantastic. Editing out for YouTube, lots of laughs, right? I hate editing out. Okay, he didn't get up. I was panicking that my dog got up and was going to get in trouble again. But I have one of these spools that I was working on running out of, and I could literally see the cardboard all the way through. And I was down to that last maybe 3 yards, and I didn't have a lot left to sew, but I did lose Bobbin Chicken first and had to put in a fresh bobbin. Lay down, sir. Lay down. Thank you. He is trying so hard to not behave. Oh, he is incorrigible tonight. He did get a bath yesterday. So that could be part of the reason I'm tired too. Oh, thank you, Chloe. She said, reminding everybody, please do the thumbs up. I appreciate it. I really do. Regina, welcome in. She says that that's what she uses. The machine loves it. Just need to clean machine often. Yes. Coats and Clark is very linty. It does not, your machine does not like it after a while, but it does like it, initially. Joan says Malcolm died from a wave under tow that took him out and he drowned. Ah, I did not know that. I did not know that. My husband was telling me, he's like, did you watch The Cosby Show? I was like, yeah. And he's like, do you remember? I'm like, don't ask me if I remember somebody, because the answer is always no. And I did see that somewhere, but I didn't pay deep attention to it. And that's another reason I don't go floating on the river without an experienced person with me first. So I will not go float the river until I have somebody to going with me that's been down the river on the exact path I'm going to take. And that's what's holding me up, is I haven't found somebody when they're ready to go and I've been ready to go at the same time. Like, I'm ready to go, but nobody else is floating down the river that day, or, something like that. So I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. So I think when my husband gets back, I'm going to plan a day that I'm going to go hang out at the river and see if somebody is coming to float the river. And then I'll have my husband drop me off and take my car and go park it somewhere for me. Charlotte doesn't go tubing because of alligators. We do not have those here. You would be safe from alligators here. I have not heard any reports of alligators here. We have other things, but we do not have alligators. They do not. No, they don't. No, not around here. Not around here. I used to go kayaking. I used to own my own kayak years ago, but I haven't had a kayak in years now. I do have tubes. I do have tubes to go float down the river, and they are river tubes, so they're a little bit more stout than just a random one. Hi, Andrea. Welcome in. Glad you're here. But I used to go kayaking all the time. I loved going kayaking. It's so calm and peaceful, and you get to be one with nature for a little bit. With my luck, I'd get caught in copperheads, says Charlotte. Ah, that's not good either. Yeah, y'all have a lot of creatures down there. We do have rattlesnakes here. I do know that. I don't know what others we have, but I guess I will find out. I guess I will find out. I do have a vest, a life jacket for Paladin. So he will get to float along with me if he is willing and able. So we shall see if he is up for the task. We shall see, we shall see. So I don't know how we're going to do the drop off. Mississippi is Australia of the United States. Yeah, it really is. Get back over here, sir. Pal. Oh. No, sir. You're not going anywhere. Rattlesnakes do swim. Oh. I needed to know that, Rayanne. Thank you. I actually did not need to know that right this second. Oh, dear. Okay. Duly noted. So, do you know anybody who's going to go float down the river? I probably still will go float. But Paladin has his own life jacket so that he can go with me as well. And I do have my own life jacket. So I'm not going out there. And Charlotte says, gee, thanks. Right? Right? Not something I needed to know tonight. But now that I know it, I can't unknow it. And of course, Rayanne has won the top fans badge at the same time. She tells us this. Oh my gosh. Okay. That like totally reset my brain. I don't know how, but that totally reset me. Rayanne's apologizing and laughing at the same time. Yeah, I bet you are laughing. Oh dear. I'll be just floating down the river, thinking about, the next quilt that I'm going to be working on. And I will see something that I did not want to see that will bring to life what Rayanne just told me that I did not want to know. Andrea says all snakes swim. Some do not prefer, but all can. Okay, that makes sense. Charlotte says she'll float in her kiddie pool. I'm still game for the river. I'm still game for it. I'd rather go down the river than be in a lake. That explains my ex-husband, right? Oh dear. I don't know if that's a question I want to ask, Charlotte. Oh my gosh. It's like hand the mic to Charlotte and let her drop it, because that was a mic drop. That's what it feels like. My daughter and some of her grandkids are floating August 2nd. I can't float August 2nd. That's what stinks, is I'm going to be in Cheyenne. You're fine, Charlotte. I am laughing about it. I am so laughing about it. I don't think it's been said so tactfully ever before about an ex. So if they're going to float another day, I'll go float with them the other day. I just can't do it on the 2nd. Can't do it on the 1st or the 2nd. First, I am leaving to go to Cheyenne, and the 2nd, I will be presenting in Cheyenne. So yeah, it's It's one of those. It's one of those. I so want to, though. I so want to. Oh. I'm still laughing about Charlotte's comment, guys. She got me good with that one. I like it. I like it. It was very tactful and not all at the same time. Oh. Oh, good question. Thank you. Charlotte is asking, what am I presenting in Cheyenne? Hang on, let me get my drink. I am presenting a Quilt of Valor to a veteran who is also an umpire. So I will be presenting a Quilt of Valor to a veteran. Andrea says she just woke up from another unexpected nap. I think I have the sleeping sickness. No, you just need the naps. The heat takes it out of you. Charlotte says she must have missed it. No, you didn't miss it. It's fine because I've probably said it 4 or 5 times, but sometimes I forget if I have said it, so that's okay. Even if you missed it, I would be forgetting that I said it. Chloe says exciting, right? It is. So last year, I will, Charlotte, I will. So last year, I presented Mr. Siberian Wind his Quilts of Valor at a baseball game. He's an umpire. He's been doing lots of umpiring. He's been teaching other umpires. Like the baseball field is kind of where he lives in the summer. It's his second home. This is his first, but that's his second home. Is out in the sun, out on the baseball diamond. So when the group decided that they weren't sure about doing the presentation at the baseball field, I was like, no. We're not. Brenda says that she may have that also, Andrea. She was asleep. And Chloe says it sounds tough. It does sound tough. But if you need the sleep, your body is telling you you need the sleep. Oh, you were asleep by 4:30? Oh my gosh. I have not been asleep that early since I was needing my gallbladder out. That was the last time I was in bed that early. So I did the presentation of Mr. Siberian Wind's Quilts of Valor at a baseball game, and it was broadcasted on YouTube. And so his family and mine could all see because they couldn't travel here to come see the game and come see the award. And I got asked if I would do one at an American Legion baseball game. Cheyenne is 2.5 hours away from me. It's a little bit of a drive. It's not super bad, but it's a little bit of a drive. But they asked me if I would do another Quilt of Valor presentation and present it to this other umpire. And he's a veteran and all of that. I said, sure, absolutely. And I already had a quilt ready and all of that. And it went over really, really well. So I've been asked to continue to do that every year. So they will find me a veteran that has not been awarded a Quilt of Valor, an umpire when possible, and then when it's not possible that it's an umpire, it'll be another veteran in the area. And I will be presenting at the American Legion baseball game championships for a Quilt of Valor. Let's see. I was waiting for time for the live, and the next thing you know, it's an hour in, and wake up in a panic thinking it was 8 a.m. my time. Oh my gosh. Yeah, your body is telling you need that sleep. Your body is telling you need it. Don't ignore your body. Don't try to tell your body you don't need it. Your body is telling you that it needs it for whatever reason. And sometimes that's short-lived and sometimes it isn't. And if it isn't, that's when you go talk to a doctor about why you're needing so much more sleep than you needed before. Thank you, Charlotte. She says that's fantastic about the Quilts of Valor. Yep. So I actually have, and that's the other thing. Okay, so I told you guys I'm struggling making phone calls. I am panicking about making simple, normal, easy phone calls that should be, second nature. I am panicking about them and I don't know why. I guess it's just built up stress from everything else, and I'm struggling with that. But I have other quilts that need to be awarded to veterans, and some that have been nominated about a year ago. So I need to get on it and get those quilts awarded. And I need to make the phone calls to schedule everything. And that's been the biggest challenge. Chloe is agreeing. I bet with the if your body is sleeping, then you need it. But if it goes on too long, then talk to a doctor. Yep. Yep. You don't want to let something like that go on for too long if that's not normal for you. Because anything out of the normal is what I worry about. It's when it's normal, that's one thing. If it's not normal, then it doesn't hurt to check it out. Have a second opinion about why that might be going on. Because it might be something as simple as a mineral or vitamin deficiency. It could be something as simple as dehydration. So it could be something simple and easy to resolve, or it could be something a bit more challenging, and you won't know unless you check into it if it continues. So that's the not fun medical talk, though. The not fun one. When you're in the doctor's office and you're the smartest person in the room, that's when you really need to worry. Has anybody else been there and done that? You go into the doctor's office and they don't know half as much about your conditions as you do because you're living them. Yeah, I've been there. I'm getting these half square triangles trimmed. I could have pulled out my rotating mat, but I don't like it as much. Oh, absolutely, Carrie. She says, have fun, everyone. She has got to go. Absolutely. Have a great evening, Carrie. Have a great evening. And we're just going to hang out probably until I get this stack done, I think. So probably about maybe another 15 minutes. Something like that. So guys, the Super Chat raffle is in 1 week. I do not have confirmation. Charlotte says she feels that way often. Yeah. It's not fun when you're the smartest one in the room and you're in a doctor's office. So the Super Chat raffle is in 1 week. So I have a lot of prizes hidden away, and I will be pulling them all out, and we'll be going through them all over this weekend, as well as me getting the premiere ready. So we will have a lot of things going out on the 29th. I'm so excited. Super Chat raffles are so much fun. They are so much fun. Let's see, Andrea says normally she can survive on very little sleep, but she's coming off a week of being sick and not sleeping due to high pain level. So I guess I'm just needing to sleep now that I'm getting over it. Yes, you do. That is always wise, is to just go ahead and let your body rest when you're trying to get over being sick or as you are getting over it. Because your body is doing a lot of things that you don't necessarily have to think about. And yeah, it's wise to let your body do those things. Because if you don't let your body do those things, it will have to do other things to compensate. And that gets messy. It gets messy really fast. Chloe says that makes sense, Andrea. I'm glad you were resting right. Definitely need to rest. I haven't seen Laura in the chat. Has anyone heard from Laura as well? And I also haven't seen Lana in a little bit. Has anybody seen her in any other chats? I gotta ask, guys. I like checking on my people, guys. I do realize, when people that are frequent chatters have not shown up for a little bit. So, hi. Yay, Charlotte. Now you have a raffle ticket for the 29th. Thank you. Let's see. Ali says that he's had a recent thing happen in his life about pushing the limits of the body. It isn't worth it. No, it is not. You should not be pushing your body that hard. Andrea says she does have several doctor's appointments and testing coming up, so hopefully we'll know some answers soon. That's good news. That's very good news. I'm glad you have those appointments coming up soon. I am thankful for that. I really need some doctor's appointments of my own soon. But I'm still having to wait. So we're just going to keep on waiting. Hi, Zaza. Welcome in. We've been missing you. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? Chloe has not seen Laura or Lana recently. Okay. Yeah. They're the two that sometimes check in with me and sometimes don't. Guys, if you're seeing this on replay and you know how Laura or Lana are doing, let me know. Leave it in the comments. Yeah, I'm checking in. Some people drift in and out of our lives. Yes. They do. They do. I just want to know that they're okay. I know they both had stuff going on. So I like checking in on people that I know have had a lot of things going on. Good. Zaza says she's doing a lot better. Yes, that's fantastic. That's great news. Very good news. You saw Laura 2 days ago. Good. Okay. So we are still seeing her in chats. That is what I needed to know. That is what I wanted to know. Because I know it's not always easy to get to my lives, so I know that. But as long as people are still hanging around and they're still okay, that's what I'm worried about. That's what I check in on. I do go looking, I go watching other people's lives and listen to who they call out that, is in the chat. I do listen. I pay attention. I don't get to all of them, but I do get to some of them. So I am working the rounds slowly to start catching up. August is going to be a lot of catching up. And planning out how I'm going to get all of my stuff done too. Oh, okay. Andrea says that she saw Laura today or yesterday. Good deal. Yay. All right. I've got like 6 or 7 of these left, something like that. Not too many. But so yeah, Super Chat raffle is 1 week from today. Then the following Tuesday is Show and Tell. It'll be August's Show and Tell. So if you've not entered something for Show and Tell and you want to, you can put it in the Facebook group. Just tag it Show and Tell. Or you can send me an email. Let me know what you want me to say about it. And let me know that it is for Show and Tell. Let's see. I still have to get the Show and Tell raffle quilt finished. Or Show and Tell giveaway quilt. It's important to have family time. It is. And this will be the first intentional break that I'm going to kind of take. I'll still have Tuesday and Sunday lives during August, but I won't have anything regularly scheduled for the rest of anything else. I am going to do a few pre-records during August, so I can kind of get my feet back underneath me on doing pre-records. I haven't done any since I moved into the new studio space, so I really need to get my feet back underneath me for that. Need to run and feed water or rabbits real quick. If you're still here, see you. If not, I will see you when I see you. Sounds good, Andrea. Thank you. Be careful feeding and watering the rabbits, please. I need to get temperature rings done. I need to get my temperature rings done and do some pre-records on that, as well as... Yes, right? Chloe says, woohoo, Show and Tell. Hope I get a little bit more work done before I post. So, summer is so incredibly hard. The kids are out of school. Schedules aren't, exactly where they would normally be. So it's really hard to do a lot of sewing during the summer. And you want to do all of this other stuff. And you just have to balance it. And balancing it is so hard. So very, very hard. I was talking to another quilter earlier today, and the summer has just kind of gotten away from her. And I don't blame her one bit. I know what she's been doing and what she's been up to, but just, getting her goals done. Nope. None of her goals are where she wanted them to be, really and truly. And she was bemoaning that she hadn't gotten her goals done. I'm like, well, it's summer. It is summer. And unless you make a plan going into it, you are going to be caught on the other end trying to figure out what you did wrong. So September will be when I launch back out into everything with Kathy and Alicia from My Hobby Home and Quilty Bird Piecing, doing Yuletide Sampler 2. So I'll have more details about that coming out here in August. I'll be launching the mystery quilt information in August as well. But I won't be live and doing a lot of sewing live during the month of August. A lot of my sewing will be recorded. That way, if I do get interrupted, you guys aren't suffering because I got interrupted. It's all me and my editing and all of that I'll have to deal with. Zaza says sometimes it's too nice to be inside sewing and sometimes it's too hot to be outside. So I'm inside sewing, right? Absolutely. Yes, absolutely, Joan. Please definitely send it. And if you need my email, if you don't already have it, do !email and it will drop in the link. Hi, Sylvia. Oh, I bet. She says she misses her sewing machine, but Southern Mexico was gorgeous. I bet it was. Oh, to take a trip to Southern Mexico. Oh, that would be fantastic. I had a friend who went there for Christmas. He went all the way to Mexico, and spent Christmas in Mexico instead of spending it here in the cold, in the winter, in Wyoming. It is cold and snowy here in Wyoming during Christmas. Sometimes there's snow on the ground, sometimes there's not, but it is always definitely cold at Christmas here. We're not wearing t-shirt and shorts for Christmas. I am loving that I don't wear t-shirt and shorts for Christmas anymore. I did not enjoy doing that growing up. I always wanted to wear the Christmassy sweaters and sweatshirts and the cozy, warm-looking stuff for Christmas, and I could not do that in the Southeast. However, up here, we can do it. It is definitely the hot season now, she says. Yes, it is. Oh, that would be too hot for me. Way too hot. I am now kind of adjusted to the cold weather here. I mean, it was 91 earlier today. And it doesn't get much hotter than that here. Like, it might get up to, I don't know. It might get hotter, but it doesn't get that hot. It's not like Southeast hot. It's not sweltering humidity hot. But it's hot here, but it's not humidity hot, which I like. I like that I can actually straighten my hair and it actually stays straight. In the Southeast, if I straighten my hair and I went outside, which I did go outside earlier today, if I went outside in the Southeast, my hair would no longer be straight. Like, it would be a frizzy, balled up mess. And I would have curls that don't look like curls. And I would have frizz that looks like just a hot mess of a mop head. My hair would be a mess. I could not have it this long either. All right, so this was a big stack. So let me grab a clip for this and I'll show you what I've gotten done and what I have left so you guys know kind of the progress I've made. I may go ahead and, no, I'm not going to finish trimming them tonight. I will put them all back just like I promised myself I would because I have other things to do. All right, so I've got this many done. How many ever that is. Each one of these is a stack of identical ones. So each of the clips is an identical stack. So yeah, I got all of these done. It's funny seeing my Australian friend do Christmas with Santa and Christmas jumpers. That's where Christmas in July started in Southern Hemisphere. Yeah, I cannot do the whole hot Christmas anymore. I am not a hot Christmas person. Yeah, it's very hot in Australia in the winter. Or well, they don't have winter during Christmas. It's very hot in um, December in Australia. So I got more done than what I've got left. So I've got these left. I got these done. Thank you, Charlotte. She says those came out lovely. Looks about 11 billion. It feels like it. Feels like it. Absolutely feels like it. So once I get this done, once I get all of these done, the next step is assembling this little flying goose looking piece, but it's not actually a flying goose. Let me see if I can show it to you without giving away any pattern information. Um, hmm. Golly, they don't make this easy, do they? Because it's all black and white. Moving along, right? Yeah, it is moving along. Okay. Let's see if I can do this without showing any measurements. Because that has a measurement and that has a measurement. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. I can't show measurements because it's not my pattern to show. All right. The next piece that I have to do, if you see this D with this E and ER, that is the next step. It is not an actual flying goose. It is something you could probably trim with the Tri-Rex rulers now that I've seen what they look like. I don't have them yet. But there were two template pieces, the wing pieces, and this piece right here. So I have all these trimmed, and every block has a different arrangement. So like this one has, you're using fabric 7 as this piece, then you're using fabrics 1 and 2, you're using fabric 2, and then fabric 7 and 3, fabric 3, fabrics 1 and 2, fabric 1, and 7 and 3. And that's just in one block. And this says you make 2 of those. I don't think that's right. Because they don't label this very well. No, I don't make 2 of those. I make more than that. I make at least 4, 5, 6. I make 6 of those, is what it looks like. So I will be making a lot of random stuff. Tri-Rec, yeah. It is one a flying goose, not a single flying geese. Technically. Different angle from 45 for flying geese or a half square triangle. Yeah, it is a different angle. So the half square triangles were all 45 degrees. The snowball corner blocks. Let's see. I grab one. The snowball corner blocks, those are 45 degrees as well for the corners, but this other is not. And then in the middle of all of these is hourglass blocks. That is also, every single block is a different layout. So it's how many of that block do I make? And then I have to figure it out from there. It's not written, it's written for the wall size quilt, not the queen size, and I'm making the queen size. And it's not written very well to make that change, at least in my brain, the way my brain processes it. So that's another reason that this is a slow process quilt. Is that or a pointy and something, can't remember the name. Yeah, Tri-Rec. Yeah, it's Tri-Rec is the style of ruler that it would be. And it's not even a 30 degree. It's not 30 and 60 degree. It's not any of that either. So it's not something that I could easily trim without using a special ruler or template. I did templates for it, but it was challenging trimming. Charlotte remembers too many strange things. Oh, I think all quilters do. Okay, so last rundown before I forget. Okay, so 1 week from today is the Super Chat giveaway as well as the Christmas in July quilt auction. It is going to be a premiere, so it is going to, can I post non-sewing things? Yeah, or that, or you can also post like if it's like crochet, knitting, crafting, yeah, if you've crafted something, yes. If you have crafted it, then yes, it counts. Um, so go ahead and post it, and I will let you know if for any reason I think it's not gonna fly. But just tell me what it is and tell me about it so I know what we're talking about. And that helps a lot, believe me. Okay, so Super Chat giveaway is 1 week from today. So you only have Thursday and Sunday nights lives to enter Super Chats. So if you have not entered a Super Chat and you want a Super Chat raffle ticket, you have 2 more lives to do that. So Thursday and Sunday. Now, if you want to do a super thanks, you can do those in the comments after a live is done. You can do that on any live that I've made because it will come up as a time frame as when you did the super thanks. So you can still do that and get entered as well. So I only have 2 guaranteed lives. I might do a pop-up, but I cannot guarantee you I can get one in. Just depends on how everything's going and how much I get done. So this Thursday is the Land That I Love with Kathy from My Hobby Home. This is our last block. So you will not see any more blocks after this Thursday. Next Thursday, we will be sewing on borders and we will be done. So we have 2 more lives of the Land That I Love. The information for the mystery quilt, I've got to get to the stores by the 31st, so next Thursday. But what that means is that you guys will start getting updates and sneak peeks and previews and all of that for the mystery quilt fabrics, as well as how to register for the email list and everything else that's going to go along with the mystery quilt. You will get that information shortly after the 31st. I don't have exact time frame for you, but I am hoping that I have everything back by the 10th of August. So I will have you guys that information well before the 14th and 15th of August. And that starts October 30th or October 15th, sorry. Kathy and Alicia and I will be starting our Yuletide Sampler 2 in September, and I will get you that information as well shortly after the beginning of August. And since Sean was not able to join me this past Sunday, he's going to be joining me this Sunday for Fab Farm. So you guys will get to see us put together the sheep block from Fab Farm. That is this upcoming Sunday. What else have I missed? Have I missed anything else? I don't think I've missed anything else. Sew and Tell is coming up. That is August 5th. So you have until 3 p.m. August 5th on 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, August 5th, to get your Sew and Tell entries in. And yeah, I think that is now officially it, guys. I want to thank you so much. You guys have been awesome. You've hung out with me. You've put up with me. You've listened to me ramble and rant. And you have encouraged me more probably than I think I could have encouraged you tonight. So thank you for all of it. I will see you guys Thursday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time with Kathy from My Hobby Home. See you then.